ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts, along with Steve Woodland. We got excited for you tonight. Yes, we do. Don't bet against Coach Prime. Coach Prime told you. We coming. Hey, 2 years they are here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. If you don't mind, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the videos with your friends if you don't mind. All right? All right, my friends. Hey, don't forget, get a Colorado shirt. Go over there in my community section right here on YouTube, and you can see the ones that Christy Robinson has available for you, if y'all don't mind. All right? All right. So I tell you what we're going to do. Let me get this music off here, and we're going to start this show, all right? Hope y'all have had a good day. I had a wonderful day. I really have. One of the best days of my life. Of my life. Big Steve, how you feel, man?
I feel good. I feel good. It's glad. I'm happy to be back. I say boom shakalaka. I'm
Boom,
back,
shaka.
baby. I'm back.
Look at him. Look at this cowboy.
Oh.
Boy, look at him.
Hey, he got the look.
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Hey, he got the look. He got the look. He looked like Dak Prescott to me.
We're going bowling, fellas. We're going
Steve, that's a low
bowling.
blow. That's
That
a
ain't
low
no
blow
low
now,
blow.
Steve.
Hey, Dak makes $60 million a year. That ain't no low blow.
He said,
We're
I
going
ain't
bowling,
hard
fellas.
but my laptop done froze up. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, it's just time for you to. It's saying it just wants you to get a new one. That's all. If it's free,
Hey,
just get
I
a new
guess
one.
so. Hey, I guess so. I guess so. Hey, guys, Colorado won another one, man. Coach Prime has gotten his team to 6-2 in his second year of coaching. Last year they went 4-8. Coach Prime told us in the press conference last year, better give it now. Because I ever get comfortable, yeah, boy, it's gonna be over. And it looked like the dude done just about got comfortable. So when you look at the job that Coach Prime has done by putting this team together and his coaching staff together, what comes to your mind, JR?
Incredible job. Incredible job. Coach Prime was steadfast in his approach. A lot of people were not, initially they didn't feel his vibe the way he came into the university. But like he said, don't look at my confidence and try to downplay my confidence or portray it as like cockiness. He's always been him. And I think in our community, that's what we appreciate. We appreciate him being him. So him putting together his staff, him having a vision coming in, Coach Prime having that vision coming in. A little lost thing that people talk about is that plan that he came to Colorado with, speaking to those chancellors and those money movers over there at the university. One of the things he looked at, he was like, hey, we got to look at the academics as well, right? We got to look at the academics, right? So that's a part of his plan. He came in with a plan. He was steadfast in his approach, put together an outstanding coaching staff, and salutes. My hat's off to him, man. That's why I said we're going bowling. We're going bowling. Coach Prime, we're going bowling.
Go ahead, Steve.
I paint pictures. Let's paint this picture. You got a university, and at this university, it's got a losing culture for the last 20, 30 years, losing culture. Them good old days were back there when Cordell Stewart, and that was a long time ago. That's when they used to wear sandals and stuff like that. That's a long time ago. That's Moses, Ezekiel. That's a long time ago. So you got a losing culture at this university. Not only do you have a losing culture at this university, the university wasn't making no money. That's the next thing people don't realize. They wasn't making no money because the football team wasn't a priority. If the football team ain't a priority, you ain't making money for your university. The next thing you had barriers in the way. They thought that they were Vanderbilt. They education, they put standards up there so high that it eliminated quality players that you could get. You don't do things like that when you have a culture of losing and then you're not getting the top people coming in there. So then you also have this here. You got people that were going on what they used to be. And that's the hardest thing in the world to deal with. Man, we used to be champions. Well, hey, I used to have black hair. Them days gone. You know what I'm saying? We used to do a lot of things. I used to run a mile and a half in X amount of minutes. Them days over with. But my point is this. He went into that kind of environment and he looked at the big picture. A 1-11 team. A team that was getting beat by 35 points a game. A team that they didn't even look like Jackson State looked better than their team. Jackson State. They lose all the talent and everything else. And they have a culture in that it was a virus. They were happy losing. You tell a new coach coming in, yeah, we play music like this here, and you 1-11 and you playing music. What music you playing? What music we playing when we 1-11? We need to be out there practicing. We don't even play no music. What music we playing? So let's go there. He had all of that. And then this is the fifth thing right here. Coach Prime was late in the game. You got to remember, this December.
Yep.
He is late in the game. So all the good players gone. Gone. All the good players gone. So you got scraps. You got to hurry in there and get you some scraps so that you can put a team together. But thank goodness he had somebody named 2. He had 2 and 12. He had some HBCU boys, which he called Lewis. Thank goodness he had them that was coming with him. So let me just go here. He did things the Frank Sinatra way, which is Coach Prime's way. He didn't do it the way everybody else wanted him to. And what people realize, just like JR, and I'm going to close this up, this ain't the first time he's done this. This ain't his first rodeo, baby. He's done this every time. If somebody shows you who they are, I tell people all the time, believe him. If he shows you that he does this all the time, believe him. And I believe him so well that I tell you, it was Christmas for me. When I hit 6, baby, I bet on 21. Y'all can run y'all mouth all y'all want to, but if 21 is there, that's good. That's good ground. That's good seed. And I'm going to make sure I get it. So he has done an outstanding job. And I'm going to tell you how good a job he's done. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. This ain't his best team. His best team is coming. His best team is coming. His Jackson State defense will be next year and the year after. You ain't seen nothing yet. The offense, 2 is spectacular. 12 is spectacular. But in the future, it's going to go by number 77. 77 is the present and the future of the Colorado Buffaloes. The defense gonna win. The defense are going to be the mainstay. 77 is going to set the tone on the offensive side, and we rolling, baby. Get ready. Get ready. We bold. Hey, we got them boulders. We got them boulders on our shoulder. The Buffs are going to be rolling, baby. Get ready, baby. It's going to be on and popping.
That's right, man. Appreciate y'all on the intro right there for Coach Prime. I'm telling you, man, Coach Prime is doing his thing, and the media, they're kind of upset. They don't know which way to go. They don't know to jump on there or hold off or I don't forgot what I said. I can't go back. They don't know what to do. But I'm here to tell you, hey, Coach Prime told you we coming. And in his second year, he's here. And the thing I want to talk about now as we pivot from Coach Prime, Steve brought him up too, the quarterback against Cincinnati. At one point in the game, y'all know we were texting each other during the game. 2 went for 15 for 15, his first 15 pass. If that ain't locked in, you know we come on the show, I ain't gonna hurt nobody tonight. We come on the show, we all said, man, we need them to lock in. 2 was locked in, JR. Yo, he ain't the best quarterback in college football. I don't know who he is. I know there's a lot of them out there. Hey, I ain't taking that from him. But when it comes from that Heisman Trophy presentation, I ain't saying he should win. As of right now, the way he performed, he should be on that stage. Now, I yield to you, JR.
Look, you BWatts, you just said everything right there. If they don't have a ticket for him to be sitting in New York, come time for the Heisman Trophy, there's a problem in the Heisman Trophy trust, in the trustees. That young man needs a ticket right now. Go ahead and book his ticket right now. He should be there now. Him and 12. They should be there right now. Coach Prime said it last year. If we could get a hot tub in that plane for Travis after that TCU game, get the hot tub for two. They both need hot tubs. Get 2 hot tubs on them jets. Get them boys ready. He's a pro's pro. The young man has come into his own. A professional on the field, a leader on the field, Heisman Trophy candidate, nominee, however you want to cut it, however you want to slice it. He's him. He's grown. They've been calling him grown since he was in diapers. He is him. And he should definitely have a seat at the Heisman Trophy presentation, bar none. He should be there as well.
So, Steve, when you look at the performance of 2 this past Saturday, when you look at him, how you look at the way he was moving, even though he was injured, hip hurt, knee was hurt, hand was hurt, but he still hung in there and delivered that ball on time. He delivered that ball consistently. He delivered that ball to just about everybody who was out there open.
Oh, what else you need to say, man? Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way for you, BWatts, people out there in podcast land. What in the heck we going to New York for the Heisman Trophy? Just bring it on down to CU. We can say any, many, mighty, mo. 12 or 2. It don't make a difference. Why do they have to travel to New York for their award? It comes to Colorado, baby. We don't need to travel. But let's go back to 2. Because everybody else call him all this stuff. I call him 2. What you see is this here. And I tell people about quarterbacks. What differentiates quarterbacks is this one. And people run their mouth all the time. Oh, I know this. I've been watching football. This is what I know. When you put a quarterback on his back and you put a quarterback on his back time after time, then you get to see what a quarterback really is. Right. Let's go with Georgia and Alabama. When you watch that game, when they was putting Beck on his back, how good did he look?
Sure.
Absolutely. And when they was hitting Milroe, how good did Milroe look?
He still looked terrible.
But the point is this one here. You can put 2 on his back, but he's still going to deliver that ball. If you get open, he's still going to put you on that ball. And 2 still provides you an opportunity to win the game, even when he don't have the people up front that most quarterbacks have. That's in the past. I'm speaking about the past. I'm not speaking about right now. Right now, he got some boys. He got some hogs up there now. And them hogs are doing what they need to do because they got good schemes. But getting back to 2, let me ease back in here. Because I'm going to tell you, to the window, to the wall, to the sweat run down my bro. Oh, you.
Bro.
That's what I'm telling you. When it comes to 2, baby, we party over here. We party hard. And if you don't like it, I got 2 words for you. Watch us. Because we're going to keep on partying. But getting back to 2, baby, because we got to get a little serious here. Getting back to 2, getting back to the man, getting back to who he really is. 2 does what others can't do and won't do. 2, he does that thing. He makes a water out of wine type thing. You give him lemon, he make lemonade. We get a little sugar in it, make lemonade. But with that being said, what we have to realize is this, BWatts. He's real. He's real with this one here. 2 game elevates to the next level. These other quarterbacks, the reason you see them in the NFL where they don't succeed is you're not going to have the time that they have at the University of Georgia. You're not going to have the time that you have at the University of Alabama. When you get to the NFL, just like the boy at Carolina realized, it's a difference between Alabama and Carolina. He ain't got that time. He ain't got that talent. Two has proven without the time and the talent, he still put up 3,600 yards, or 3,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. 30 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Incredible. With all and being the most sacked quarterback in pretty much in college football. So with that being said, he's outstanding. He's a cut above the rest. And quarterbacks it ain't even a contest now. It's not a contest. He's there. So I'll leave it as that, BWatts.
Now, we're going to stay right down too for a while. All right, check this out, JR and Steve. When you see two on the sideline talking to Travis, talking to the OC, talking to the other wide receiver, he ain't scared to check him.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't scared to come out. That he's showing his leadership, and he's expect his players, the wide receivers, be somewhere where he's looking for them at. So let's talk about the leadership that I did not see last year, like I'm looking at it this year, the leadership part.
Look, he's so dialed in to what needs to be done. I mean, like I said, that's a pro mindset. We understand the play. We understand the route concept, the depth that you need to get. And he understands all of that from a receiver standpoint, from the protection on the line of scrimmage to checking in and out of plays, almost to a fault, right? He's so good at it. We just got to pick things apart and be like, well, he should be doing this better. He should be doing it. Look, man, the young man is a professional. He's a professional the way he goes about handling business. And he raises that professionalism across that sideline because that's what you need. You need people that'll check you. Look, if everything happy-go-lucky, I don't want to be a part of it. People need to be challenged. We in this world to be challenged. And if your leader, if you consider your quarterback your leader, and he can't challenge you or he's not knowledgeable enough to challenge you, that's a problem. But we don't have that problem with two. He stand on business. He understands the target and the performance for every single person in that locker room. He expects greatness because he plays and he provides greatness. So you got to get to his level. And that's what he's pushing to his wide receivers, to those offensive linemen, to those running backs, to the head coach, to the offensive coordinator. He's pushing all of that because he wants to be great. And I want him to be great as well. Keep going, too. Keep doing your thing, young man.
Yes, well, talk to him, Steve.
Well, I'm talking to you, baby. We're going to talk about two tonight, and it's going to be real good because he deserves it. But all of the things JR just said are real. But what makes it real is this. Everything starts before practice even starts. It's that time that he put in studying. It's that time he put in before practice, preparing himself, getting ready for the game. Because people don't realize this. Your mind could be on 1,000 other things instead of practice. He's focused. He's locked in. His mind is ready. His body is ready. And the next thing he's invested in himself. He went and spent some of that NIL money. He got a quarterback whisperer beside him. That's investing in yourself. That's what we call other people. I ain't spending that money, but you ain't investing in yourself. To be the greatest thing that you need to be, you got to invest in yourself. He did that. Let's walk the dog a little bit more because I like walking that dog.
Walk that dog. We're going to walk
it. Now, walking that dog, what happens with two is this. Two says, I'm the first one in and I'm the last one out. But I ain't the first one in sitting down eating Cheerios and Oreos. I'm doing work. Not only am I doing that, I'm helping other people, getting them to where they need to be while helping myself. I'm getting my body prepared. I'm getting my mentals prepared. Now, when I go in there, two does something else. He's the hardest worker and he handles his business and he's the hardest worker on that field. That's what's important. You got to be the hardest worker and you got to be committed and you got to do the right thing. He does those things. And then let's go on this here. He produces. We got a lot of people telling me, oh man, he does. No, we want to hear that. What do you produce? He produced good. He produced good stuff. Good seed right there. That's good right there. He produced good stuff. So when you're producing and you're the hardest worker and you are the face of the franchise. When I tell you to do something, and I tell you more than once, I'm going to put my hand out. And I'm going to say, I have to lay hands on you, young man, because we're going to do two things. You're going to do it right, or you're going to sit your tail down. That's the only two things we got. You're going to do it right, or you're going to sit your tail down. And that's where we go. People get upset and be like, well, why that person ain't playing? That person ain't playing because two understands when we in practice, I tell you all the time, two will tell you. Two will be like, I already knew what you're supposed to be going, and you didn't do it. And we up there, why that person ain't playing? The person ain't playing because they don't know the plays. You sitting back there, you ready to throw the ball. This joker here doing a 5, and you supposed to be doing a 7. What are we talking about?
You're right.
But us as ordinary people, well, he doing this here and he doing this. Man, please, miss me with that. Two at that practice late and early and doing all this body work, taking these hits, and you sitting there and you do something for 15 minutes and you don't know the play, man, you going to sit your butt right over there with the coach and complain. But get back to two. Two is this type of person. And I'm going to put it to you simple. If you want yourself, if you got a daughter, and you talking about you want to have her with a guy, those are the Travises and the Twos and those type of guys. Those are the guys you want your daughter to date. And his character, he has great character. I don't get caught up in when you work as hard as that young man has worked, especially when the man was a millionaire when he was born. Y'all do know Coach Prime I ain't counting his pockets, but Coach Prime
must be the money.
I'll put it that way. Right. You got a young man that's a millionaire when he was born. He's lived with his daddy his whole life. So I'm talking about millionaire. Now his daddy put him in the hood now. His daddy made him play in the hood, but he was a millionaire. So to have a young man with that kind of assets to work as hard as he does, that says a lot about that gentleman. So me telling you this, we always criticize young men and we judge young men. Why don't we get this young man his flowers, him and 12? Because when you have done what he's done and the respect and decency that he's shown at the University of Colorado, that's an example. Because now they ain't like the University of Georgia. I ain't gonna throw no salt. You know, those guys don't know how to get their foot off the accelerator. But over there at CU, you got good, clean, the boy good, clean, and wholesome now. When you're good, clean, and wholesome, you can do some things. So with that being said, let's give him his kudos. He has done, he's like when you look in the Bible, he's a good son.
Yeah.
He's a good son.
He's a good guy.
And when you're a good son, take your place because you deserve to be up here on the throne. And we got somebody else who will come behind him that'll get on the throne after that. But that's in the future. So with that being said, two should get on him and he need to get on him. And when he tell him to do something, you're going to do it. Do it or sit down. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. You're right, Steve. And on that sack play, when I watched it over again, he got up, he jumped up quick and pointed downfield. He was pointing at Travis. Travis said, I bet. He's this, not bad. But anyway, we don't get to his flower. Let's talk about the other guy, 12. Travis Hunter. Boy, I'm telling y'all, he one of a kind. Ain't too many players out there can play both ways like he can and be effective. He's making plays on offense and the defensive side. He know when to get open, to look for him, and also while we're talking about Travis Hunter, let's continue to talk about the rest of the wide receiver group. That's Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn caught that pass so fast, man, over there on that sideline and throw them deuces up. I ain't never seen no penalty like that. I said, man, what's going on tonight? Yeah, but the referee was out early. I said, what the heck? Boy, he caught that pass, boy, and that looked like he just spin around and hit that sideline. Man, looked like fire going up down that sideline, man. He runs so effortless. If that's the word. He runs so smooth, man. He just smoked by. He said, boy, I see you coming, but you ain't gonna catch me. You ain't gonna catch me. So when you look at the wide receiver group and how they performing, and another thing, I got to get the wide receiver group too credit. Rest of the wide receiver credit too, because when Travis was out, man, them guys still perform high at a high level. So when you look at the wide receiver group, Jr. Start off with Travis, give him his flower, talk to him.
Look, one word for Travis: generational. Right? You got those generational athletes that come around, and the way they perform and the way they do things, they make the easy look real easy. You know, the hard look effortless. That's Travis Hunter right there. You can throw out so many different adjectives. You got dynamic, explosive, savvy. Any word you want to use to describe Travis Hunter, he is all of that and then some. But I'm just going to say generational. He's a generational athlete. He's a generational talent. I don't see nobody else in college football in a Power Four conference going both ways on offense and defense on that side of the ball. Right. Well, yeah, I'm sure they got plenty of athletes that can do it at all these other universities. Ain't nobody doing it. Because if they could do it, they'll be doing it right now. Right. A coach would be using them right now to do it. Generational athlete, a stand-up guy, good young man. Haven't heard a peep about anything negative Travis Hunter has done. Raised by good parents, good head on his shoulder. That young man is generational. And I hope he goes as far as he wants to and does whatever he needs to do in the NFL. If that's play both sides, challenge yourself to do it. Be smart, challenge yourself to do it. Or if you get to the NFL, Travis, and you decide, you know what? This is a career. This is money. I'm going to make the best decisions for me. I don't blame you. But do whatever you need to do, Travis, because you're a generational athlete. For the rest of the wide receivers, hell of a group, man. Hell of a group across the board. Let me start with LeJohntay. He earned that number one. Coach Prime said it himself. Look, Kane, you didn't like the way, you didn't like the fact that you didn't get the number off the rip, but around here, we're going to make you earn it. You got to earn it, because if I give you something, I can just take it away. I can't take this away now because you earned it. He earned that by being a leader in that wide receiver room, by his production on that field. Stand-up guy, there for his teammates, there for his little brother. He taking care of business. Well-deserved LeJohntay Wester, well-deserved LeJohntay Wester on earning that one. Go out there and keep doing great things. And then you look on the other side of the field, and you got Will Shepherd. Look, nursing an injury, but he's still out there trying to do what he can do to be on that field and be productive. We need a little bit more out of you. We need you to challenge yourself a little bit harder, because this is it. Like Coach Prime said, life get real after this. Gets real. So he understands that, and he's pushing himself to be the best player he can be in that system. And that's all we can ask for. Be the best player that you can be in that system. Then we're going to go down and look at Jimmy Horn. Man, when he hit that other gear, BWatts, Uncle Steve, when he hit that gear, gone, man. Yeah. Gone. Like Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. Just gone. Just hit a different speed. That you can't teach that. It's something down there in the water in Florida. You can't teach things like that, man. The way he hit that gear. So I'm elated with the performance of the wide receivers, man. Keep doing your things. Generational talent over there. Hard work pays off. We saw it with the presentation of the number one jersey. And just keep going, young man. The sky's the limit for that whole wide receiver room.
Go ahead, Steve.
Well, I'll go with this one there. Let's go with 1-2. Bam, bam. 1-2 is a phenom, baby. He's a phenom. And with being a phenom, he does things that other people dream and wish they can do. He's the Michael Jordan of college football. Come fly with him, baby. That's what you need to do. Come fly with me, baby, because that's what you do with Travis. Travis does things that people dream about doing. if you will. You know, Travis just lets you know what he does. He's that whole person concept. When you look at a human being and you say you want the whole person concept, you want a young man that's humble. You want a young man that's loving. You want a young man that's understanding. You want a young man that's focused. And I'm not, have I said anything about football yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's nothing. That had a young man that's God-fearing and has a heart. I ain't said nothing about football. I don't have to say anything about football because the proof is in the pudding. We're on this show talking about him. So football, I'll even skip the football because he's the greatest when it pertains to that. People talking about, oh, he played two ways. I guess y'all don't realize where he plays two ways at. Olympic gold medalists train in Colorado. JR, do you know why they train in Colorado?
That altitude on the sea.
Absolutely, because if you train in Colorado, that altitude, it's hard to breathe, and the more physically fit you are in that condition, it makes you even better when you get on what they call it, when you get to a lower level. When you get to that lower level, you can move in. You could run all day long. But he does it in that type of altitude. So that's even more impressive. And if you don't think it's not impressive, the young man that my boy BWatts always talk about, free Barnes, 3 plays, and what he looking for? The sideline, because he tied. So that ain't no knock on Barnes, but that gives people and it's not. Barnes a big guy, but it lets people know it ain't easy running up and down that field. 12 does this the entire game. And not only does he do it running 5 feet and stuff, he's running 40-yard dashes. He's running, one time to catch the guy at UCF, he ran all the way down from the other side of the field to catch the guy at the 1-yard line. So anytime you do stuff like that, that takes a lot out of you as a football player. And then to get back in on the receiving side, what I'll tell you is this. His productivity, and he's hurt right now. That's what y'all don't realize. The man is hurt. He banged up right now. But he still produces. It's no excuses when it comes to 12. When 12 puts on his cape, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you his numbers. He's going to have 8 to 11 catches. He's going to have over 120 yards a game. He's going to have three pass breakups. If you throw it to him more than that, he's going to get an interception. That's what he does every game. When you have that kind of productivity, and what it also does, he covers a whole side of the field that don't too many people go on. So now you just got one side of the field you deal with.
Right.
So when you have that, he's called the man. When the man's over there, everybody go else to the man sitting next to the man, sitting next to the man. You go to that side. You don't come on my side. My side closed. That's this side here. This side being renovated. Everybody else go on the other side. Now let's go to the other receivers. Let's go to Jimmy. That boy Jimmy, that boy Jimmy special. When y'all say running, run, Jimmy, run. Jimmy, but Jimmy next time, don't take your touchdowns off the board, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Jimmy, let me explain something to you. So you understand. They don't want to see y'all shine like y'all shining, baby.
They don't, bro.
Anytime y'all do anything that if it's close to the rules, you're going to get hit. If y'all going to do this stuff, get to that end zone, do your dance and everything else when you get in the end zone. If you're going to take the 15 yards, at least get in the end zone. Baby, you took a touchdown off you. I'm talking about a play that everybody, even my wife, sit there and start giggling. She said, did you see Jimmy put the deuces up? I said, baby, don't come over here laughing. Jimmy done took 7 or 6 off the board. She said, what you mean? She said, they do that in the NFL. I said, he ain't in the NFL. That's in a few months. He'll be in the NFL. Right now, Jimmy needs to get in that end zone and then do the deuces. But he did a fantastic job. What I see right now, when they go through Jimmy, this team is totally different. Let me say again, when they go through Jimmy,
got to get them off early.
Hey, I'm telling you something right now. Jimmy is moving at a level right now that Jimmy's so doggone fast right now. And if Wester would have did what Travis did on that reverse, when he reversed around and just got in the guy's way and put his body on him, he didn't even have to hit him.
Yep.
Jimmy would have scored a touchdown on that one.
Yep.
And Wester was right there. All he had to do was come and put his body like that, a shoulder, and Jimmy gone. That guy would have had a chance to hit him. But me saying that is this here. Congrats to Jimmy. But I will say this. If I'm the offensive coordinator, and Coach Prime said it during the doggone they need to feature Jimmy. Because when you feature Jimmy, it opens it up for everybody because they so worried about that speed. His speed is different. Now, let's go back to Will Shepherd. Thank you, Will Shepherd, because I can tell you right now, you hurt. You are definitely hurt, that ankle and everything else. And people don't realize it's hard when people know your skill set where you're used to playing at that level and you're injured and you can't just get there. I understand. Keep doing it. Get yourself healed up. Get yourself ready. We appreciate you. And you're going to be at that next level. NFL, here you come, because you got everything the NFL asked for. With that being said, I'll say this here. Number one. That number one they got right now, that new number one. Congrats to that young man. What he has done, he helped Coach Prime out more than anyone because he came in and he debated, he wanted one. Yeah. And to be told when you coming from a university and you transferred there and you had 100 and some catches and you come into a university and you had over 1,000 yards, you get what you want at any other place. You earn what you get at the University of Colorado. And he helped them when it pertains to keeping people in line. Now people will be in line because they understand him and Hill Green, they weren't given anything. They earned it and they took it. That's what it comes to becoming a team. You're absolutely right. That's what it comes to coming to a team when you make those sacrifices and you earn it. Let's stop all of this stuff in the world where somebody got to give you something. Go out there and earn it, baby. And when you earn it, you take what's yours because you've done everything you're supposed to do to get it. And that's what one did. Congrats to you, young man. But hey, we ain't done yet. We ain't done. Don't go to party now because we giving y'all all these flowers. Now, because believe me, if y'all don't do what you're supposed to do,
we coming.
We coming.
And somebody in the chat talking about glad they won because BWatts would have been fun. I wasn't been fussing. One thing about BWatts and the crew here, we call it just like we see it.
Down the middle.
Yeah, you put it on tape and on film, we gonna talk about it.
We're gonna call you out.
See, he just told you it ain't over. Cause we give you this flower now. Go out there and do what you did in Nebraska. See what happens. But hey, we still gonna rock with you. Yeah. Beat that trick. Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop
that trick. Hey, whoop that trick. Hey. Look at Miss John talking about thank you, Miss Bradley. Hey, this is my team. I covered them. I'm like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp. When you do something wrong, we're going to call you out. But we're still going to be friends. They called Prime out on their show. 2 weeks later, he was on the show with them. I never loved that. Hey, never look. Hey, I got to guess. One of my assistants want to come on and talk. I don't know what. Well, we finna see. Do she know something about football? We finna see. Dr. Angela McIntyre. Steve, y'all be nice to her. Now, don't beat up bad.
Oh, no.
Steve,
ain't no respect here. Ain't nothing
but respect. Hey, Stephen.
Hey, now.
What's up, Dr.
I told I was coming on so he can see my T-shirt. I got my Colorado T-shirt.
Oh, that's what you want to come over here and talk about. All right.
But no, on a serious note, I came here really for a purpose, a very important purpose. Bernard said he had the best day of his life. Why? Because today is his birthday. So I came here to celebrate. I want you guys to help me celebrate and wish him a happy birthday. I got him a little and I can see the ones that playing in the background, and we gonna listen and sing along for a little bit, and then I'm gonna let y'all get back to what y'all talking about.
Go ahead, BWatts.
Happy birthday.
Oh, she got the music going.
Oh, you gotta talk over that music.
Me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday.
All right.
Today was a good day. It was a good day. Oh,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about right there.
That's good. That's good.
That's how you support your people right there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's real love right there.
Dr. Maggie, you stop there. That's my best friend, man.
She's a sweetheart.
She is, man. I thought she was coming on talking about the Colorado.
She is. She talking about Mr. Colorado.
Yeah.
Dr. Maggie.
Day two.
Let her get a damn on.
Birthday.
Enjoy this, BWatts.
Good job, Dr. Maggie. I got through with dinner. I said, I got to go. I got to do my show tonight.
You got to make a wish real quick and I'll blow the candle out.
Huh?
Make a wish to yourself and I'll blow the candle out.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
And a toast to you and many more.
Many more, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it, Dr. McIntyre.
Yeah, have a good evening.
That is awesome.
Girl, I owe you one. Hey, January, I got you.
Oh, still January.
Oh, she coming back January. We're gonna do her up too, y'all.
Yes,
sir.
Hey, tell
Yes,
everybody.
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, baby. I love you.
Yeah.
Love you. My best friend. I love you. Tell everybody about your YouTube page that you started.
About my what?
Your YouTube page that you started.
Oh, so I am trying to put out as much light into the world as I can. I have motivational sayings on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And also in the process of, with me doing that, it's actually also promoting my business, Protect Your Mind. And I am a motivational speaker. I plan to expound on that, on the business of coaching, teaching people about mindfulness. If you're interested in losing weight, if you're interested in just living a peaceful, fulfilling life, it's all about deprogramming the programming that you have had in your mind, in your life from the time you was a child to now, and putting the best substance in your mind as you can so that you can live a better and happier and more peaceful life, fulfilling life. And that's what I am. I just feel inspired to do that. And so I've started off with adding those things on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You can find me there, and just get something. I mean, it may not apply to you one day, but one day it may. There are several things that I'm putting on there about different things in life, how to live life to your fullest, and hopefully it will help. Something will help you or resonate in you that will, help you along the way.
All right. Tell us, what's your handle over there on YouTube?
My handle on YouTube, Angela McIntyre 5220. You can find me there. My business is Protect Your Mind. So you can find it with, I think my name is, it's by my name that you see it on the screen. So I got the business. So you look for my name or that business name. You should be able to find me. Click like and subscribe on my YouTube, because the more likes and subscribes I get, that'll help me out as well.
Hey, put it in the chat. Put your stuff out in the chat so people can see it.
Yeah.
All right, will do.
Yeah, so I can click on it. I can subscribe once I get off of here.
Right.
Okay, I will do.
All right, baby.
Thank
girl.
you.
You
All right.
stay and talk Colorado football, or you finna go?
I have a very busy day tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do, though, I'm still gonna tune into you on my phone, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in the chat on my phone, because I'm gonna take this computer down. And I'm going to put that information in the chat so you can like and subscribe. And but I'm
Somebody
still
said,
tuning in.
somebody said,
Huh?
how old are you? Real Mo said, how old are you? 25.
Close enough. Close enough.
They will hit on them, boy. I
Yeah,
say,
hey, she beautiful. She
Quick,
fine.
boy. They'll
Got a good
snipe out here
job.
quick.
hey,
Snipe out
JR,
here quick.
they'll hit on you quick over here. You
Well,
Do it.
hey,
they like,
that means I'm
subscribe over
doing
here.
something right?
So,
Hey.
Dr. McIntyre,
Yes.
what do you think about Coach Prime and the things he done so far at Colorado?
He's always been a role model for me and a lot of people. He's on the right track as far as what I like the way that he it's not necessarily for him about winning the game. It is about winning it, but it's not necessarily about winning the game. It's about building a boy into a man. And I can appreciate that when we have men out there in this life that are instilling those very important things that boys need to know about being a real man. And I look at him as being a strong, real Black man, and we need more of that. And so, yes, I enjoy, seeing him show off on the field, winning the games and all that. But most importantly, I like what he instills into the minds of those young boys. And that's why I like him and follow him and wish him all the best. And he will be blessed by doing the things that he does with those children.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, we thank you, and I appreciate you. Like I always say, you my best friend. You my business. You help me with my YouTube and stuff, and I appreciate everything that you do. Only thing I can tell you, hey, from the depth and the bottom of my heart, I love you.
Love you too.
All right, baby. Love you.
All right, we'll see you.
Okay, dog.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, that was so sweet. Man, I thought we talking about football. Okay, let's switch it back. Check this out. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. When you look at the defense coordinator, Steve started off. When you look at the defense coordinator, what have he brought to the team this year for Coach Prime?
He's brought a new attitude to the team. Not only that, he's brought joy to the team. And what I mean was this one here. He cut all of the barriers out when it pertains to a complex defense, trying to making everything fit into his scheme. He came in there with an attitude of we're one. We're one. We got money on the floor. It's exciting at Colorado now. You got people flying around. He's invested. The kids are invested. They're learning. They want to be there. You got kids telling me, I love this guy. When you hear kids saying that lets you know they're invested. And what you also see now is the productivity. And what I like about Livingston is this one here. He ain't stuck in his ways. He ain't stuck there. Well, it's the kids the reason. Because what we see is this one here. Livingston calls some plays that are absolutely on point, and it is the player's fault because he put them in positions to make play. They just didn't make the play, but that's football. Football is you got an offense. The offense is they're being paid to make sure that they, successful. The defense is being paid to make sure they're successful. So with that being said, he has done a fantastic job. He's also done this. Everybody wants to come now. I ain't just saying it opened the door for new recruits to say, I want to take a look at that. It's exciting football. Last year, man, we was on there. I was like, golly, Arizona get the ball dried. Shedeur them scored every play against Arizona last year, pretty much. Every time they got the ball, they scored or got a field goal last year. And we went in the whole game. The end of the game, Arizona drove that ball down there like they was butter. I was like, come on, man. This year, that's not the case. You got people flying around. You got people making plays. The defense is more exciting to me than the offense because every week I know what I'm getting from that defense. Mm-hmm. Every week I know what I'm getting from that defense. And that's no knock on the offense, but I'm going on what I see on the field. This is when people say, I tell it like I see it. Every week I know what I'm getting from the defense. I know they're going to get beat one time on that wheel route. I know they go. I can tell you. I can tell you what I'm gonna
You
see.
right. They
I
gonna
can
get
tell you
that.
this, and
You
this ain't no
right.
knock. I can tell you they're gonna get beat on that wheel route. They're gonna miss some tackles, but what they are gonna do, they're gonna make adjustments. This is me, and I ain't no football guru, blah blah blah. But I can tell you what I see.
Right.
They're gonna make adjustments, and they're gonna get better as the game go on. And what I tell people this one here, that's why you play complementary football. If I know my defense is gonna get better as the game go on, when my offense is doing certain things, that would dictate to me on how I'm gonna play my offense. Let's take these 3 points because I know you're not getting anything else on my defense. So these 3 points are gonna be huge because we'll win the game. So let's give him his props, but let's go this one here. What I like about Livingston too, he took other coaches instead of his own. He was humble enough to do. That's huge. It's other coaches will not accept that. They are
Right.
not going to accept that. You have your own coaches and tell me, force feed me what I'm going to do. That's not going to happen. But he was humble enough to do that. But while I'm giving him all of this props, now let me go give these brothers some props. Let's go again. Let's go get these other coaches props. My boy from Mississippi Valley State. Let's go the University of Miami defensive ends and defensive tackles. Those coaches have done an outstanding job. Let's go back there to defensive back coach. Let's go there with the linebacker coach.
Right.
See people out there in podcast land, put their names down in that chat of who I'm talking about, because I ain't got to tell you the names, because you should know the names because they produce it. Put their names down in the chat. Y'all want to be a part of us? Now you can be a part of us. Put the names down so that people know who I'm talking about. I don't have to tell you. You need to tell me. I want y'all to do some work. Woodland tired of doing all the work. Let you do some work sometime. I'm tired of being tired. Let y'all do some work. Let's get it done. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me know. Holler if you hear me. Now it's you, JR.
Steve said, holler if you hear me. Go ahead, JR.
Look, enough can't be stressed about Coach Livingston, man. He brought a realistic approach to the defense for the University of Colorado, right? A realistic approach. Look, I'm going to put you in the best position to make plays as a player. And it's as simple as that. Simplify the defense. What do you do well on the field? Let's get you comfortable doing that so we can be successful. And that's the name of the game. Because last year you would watch like, oh man, like offense explosive, and then you get out there and the defense is like, well, you know they're gonna give up 450 yards a game. Like, it is what it is, right? But he's brought a realistic approach to the defense to say, let's see what you do well. Let's put you in a position to be successful. Let's go out here and win some doggone football games. And that balance, that counterbalance that CU was looking for last year, they have it this year. They have the balance. They're going to put up 30 points, and they're going to hold you down on defense, right? And that's all we've been asking for. Realistic approach and some balance overall to that Colorado football team. And Uncle Steve already said it.
Yeah.
You got leader of men from Coach Mathis, which I was hard on Coach Mathis last year. Boy, I was hard on him. I ain't never called for his job, but I was like, I don't know what he teaching, but these young men reaching, and it don't look like it's being productive on the field.
Now, they be teaching. He just, the player just didn't comprehend what he was teaching.
It look like they got it now.
They got it now. One, though. They got a lot of things to do with it.
They understand it now.
Yeah.
Boy, Coach Hart was taking a beating last year. But you know what? They were steadfast in their approach. They didn't turn their back or tuck their tail. They looked at their criticism and they said, you know what? I'm the professional in this. I got the abilities to do this. I've been doing this. All of us as spectators, we just spectators. We don't know what's going on in that building. We just speculating what's going on in the building. They know what's going on in the building, and they know as coaches what they're about. So salutes to them. Hats off to Coach Mathis and Coach Hart. because I know it was hard on them last year. Right. You want to produce, you're teaching your butt off, and you're just not reaping the benefits. This year they're reaping the benefits. And then enough can't be said about Coach Dancy, Coach D. Lewis, Coach Warren Sapp. I mean, again, leaders of men. We gonna be hard on y'all. We gonna be loving on y'all. But God dog it, we gonna get the best out of y'all. That's what they are doing. They're getting the best out of these young men. It's translating on the field, and you can see the defense is successful in the output and the performance every doggone Saturday. It's unbelievable. The turnaround that was made.
I appreciate it, guys. Hey, y'all, you watching Sports Talk with BWatts, along with Stephen Woodland and Jake R. Steve. Now, as soon as I got home today from dinner with my friend, I turned on the TV and I watched Well Off. He was showing some clips from the halftime of Cincinnati and Colorado. When it got to the middle of the video, they had a chalkboard in there. Chalkboard now. Guess who's standing at that chalkboard teaching? On the defensive side. Halo. George Halo. He had the numbers up there, what they were doing, because I think he'd be sitting in the press box. He had the numbers up there. He was breaking it down about the numbers, about the how many plays they run to the left, how many plays they run to the right, look for this and look for that. And then he comes down and said, the last word he told him, he said, it ain't about these damn numbers. It's about what's in your heart. What's in your heart? Do you want it? I said, God, this is what be going on at halftime? But I'm thinking Livingston, sometimes Livingston be doing it. Boy, it be them stuff. The coach will be on it, man. As soon as he got through, he turned it over to D. Lewis. And you already know what D. Lewis was saying. He was cutting it loose, boy. He was using words, boy. I said, oh, what? Richard Pryor don't use them words. He was going there. So when you talk about George Hilo, I know who you got. What have he brought to Colorado defense side of the ball?
He's the guy that I think that was really a huge addition because he has an intensity to him and he has credibility because everywhere he's been, top-notch program. When you say Alabama, when you say Michigan, those are the cream of the crops. And I'm talking about when they win a national championship type thing. So when you're saying those things, you're looking at a guy that's coming in there that knows what winning football looks like, has been taught by pretty much the best. Now what you have is this one here. It helps Coach Hart because of the fact Coach Hart is telling them things and Coach Hilo is coming there reinforcing what he's saying. So they're like, oh, wow, yeah, you are. And then Coach, he's coming in and saying, not only is he correct on this one here, you should be doing this. Let's add a little something extra to it. And if you look at Hilo's intensity is at another level. He ain't just coming in there with no, if you don't do it the way, he goes through he shows them. I watched a few of them. He shows them, and it looked like he tearing some heads off. But what he also have is this one here. When he's doing them X's and O's, what you're going to see from him is this. The really cream of the crop is the linebackers that are there this year, how their growth next year. See, this is what you're going to see year 2, because right now he's building like Wester and Brown, which y'all don't understand. Brown going to be one of them boys next year. You're like, God, he done took his game. Because he is still practicing with them right now. So all he's doing is learning, getting stronger, getting bigger. So next year, he's not going to be just coming there looking. He's going to be reacting. He's studying them films. So what I'm saying is this one here. You're really going to see the improvement next year. Wester's going to be reacting. He understands what's going on right now. But next year, they're going to be like, oh, bro, I already know what's happening here because we did a whole year. We're going to year 2 of this. So it's one of those things. So all I'm telling people is this one here. You need Hilos. And the next thing I like, Hilo ain't one of, quote unquote, the one that came in with prime from day one. So he's coming in. He's like, Coach, I might not see it that way. This is what I'm seeing. So you need those type of people to come in there, Coach Prime. Hey, we got to change this. If we don't change this, we in trouble. And that helps Coach Prime because Coach Prime is like, okay, why do you say that? And then he can show them this, and this. You always need new sounds in the room because I tell people this one here. Smart people get smart people around them, and they use that information to make good business decisions. And when Coach Prime got Hilo with Coach Hart, that was a good business decision.
You're right. So when we look at the defensive side of the ball and the way they perform on Saturday, I'm running for time, got 28 minutes. When you look at the defensive side of the ball and how they perform against Cincinnati, what do y'all see? Go ahead, JR.
I mean, another strong performance, right? All across the board, from the defensive line to the linebackers to the secondary, another strong performance. I mean, you can't really ask for much. You can nitpick on a few things. Hey, wrap up here, scrape a little bit harder over the top as far as the linebackers, but a solid performance across the board. That's what I have come to expect from Colorado's defense. Solid performance, week in and week out. Big plays happen. We're not here to hold our head. We here to play for the next play. Because at the end of the day, it's about stopping the person that's in front of you relentlessly. And that's what CU defense is showing right now. They're relentless to the ball. They're getting after it. And when that number 7 put that hit on you, he put that hit on you. Put that hit on them. So that's what I like to see. And it's been constant throughout. It's just becoming more and more and more. And I love every bit of it.
Leslie?
What I see is consistency. I see a team that understands that they are the focal point of, and they are the identity of the Buffaloes is their defense right now. People can put it any way they want to. And I'm going to put it's their defense because we all know that defense keeping them under 21, 23 points a game. And if you're keeping the team under 21 points a game, you know what we need to do to win the game, period. You already know what we need to do to win the game. That's if the defense is average that day. You know what you need to do to win that game. Next thing I put this here when it pertains to the defense. The defense has some things that I would say we can work on. Let's look at this one here. When we're in 3rd and 14s, 3rd and 15s, let's stop those putting those packages in because it makes no sense. If we stop them on 1st and 2nd down and got them to 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15, I'm gonna throw these suggestions out there. They're only suggestions. Let's stop the middle of the field from being open. Why is it that we got linebackers? I see it. If I see it, and we know other coaches see it because the quarterbacks are smiling. When they see that 3rd and 14, that middle wide open, we running straight up the middle first down. Let's stop it. Let's get off the field. That's one thing that I would say. Quit doing all those packages trying to be cute. If you stop them on 1st and 2nd down, keep those linebackers in there in that middle, both of them, and then stop it where you're saying, hey, one linebacker, you can blitz if you want to, but the other linebacker needs to stay in the middle and quit running back past the 10, 15-yard line and come up. That's one thing. The second thing I'll say on that one is this one here. When it comes to the tackling drills, let's do this one here. I enjoyed Sim and Craig now coming down, hitting like they're hitting, but they better start because as other coaches looking, they're dropping their head and they're going to start getting targeting calls because it should have been 2 last game. We don't want them to get kicked out of games. You got to get smart, guys. They are going to hit us with some targeting, which is going to affect us the next game. I'm telling you right now, because when the people out there announcers start saying it, what's going to happen, other coaches are going to do it because they're smart. We're going to go to the officials in the Big 12, Colorado targets. These are the players that does it. Get smart when it comes to your hitting. Quit trying to come in and just get smart. I'll leave it at that because if it happened, then people are like, you can see it. Ray Charles can see this here. That's something else I'll tell him. But the defense is doing spectacular. And the next thing I would do is this one here. If you know your linebackers are injured and I think we need a little bit more speed at linebackers at times. If we know Wester can get from sideline to sideline, sometimes we got to look at it. We need to have him in there on those 3rd and 15. If you're going to do it, put speed out there. somebody who can get to the quarterback or the running back or something like that. But that's just me. They're doing a fantastic job. We got to clean up stuff because I'm not just about being good. I'm about being great. And in order to be great, you got to clean up the little stuff. And this is minute. But if you want to get to that next level, you got to clean it up. And the next thing you clean up, your boy Free Barnes. Every game, you shouldn't have a penalty.
That's BWatts boy right there, boy.
That's his boy. Every game. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Every game, and I like him. I like Free Barnes. But Barnes got to come on, man. Come on, man, because it's going to be a big game, and that could be the determining factor of that game. So we got to clean it up a little bit. But other than that, I'm good.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all on that take on the defensive side of the ball. Hey, when we look at our cornerbacks, don't think I didn't know what you said about Barnes. I'm just trying to move it on from the first side. I just want you to know that. But check this out. When we look at our cornerback, I think against the game against Kansas State, I think all three of us was on Preston Hard pretty hard after that game, that one catch, that one play he gave up. But this game right here against Cincinnati, I think he was the defensive player of the game. Man, he contested every pass against him. And he was physical. He was smart. I think on that interception, I don't think he did that wrong. I was looking at it. I didn't see that. I didn't see nothing, man. I said, what in the world? I said, where they get that call from? But the dude played, he really played, man. When you look at Travis, when he was out, the defense, them three defensive back, along with Coach Hood, they held their ground. They the reason why Colorado 6-2. For everybody to sit out there and say, the only thing we got is Travis and Shedeur, that's not true. We got a complete team. We got the depth. Them guys will come in. They want to play. They want to be out there so they can ball out. And only person we can't go without is two. That's it. But anybody else get injured or something like that, I think we got the depth, especially on that defensive side of the ball. So when you look at the cornerback play, JR, how did they perform against Cincinnati to you on Saturday?
A+, man, for the cornerbacks out there, man. Like you said, Preston Hodge was definitely challenged. Cincinnati obviously was targeting him. They were looking for the big play opportunity against Preston Hodge. And you know what? He didn't shy away from it. He didn't hold his head. He came out there and he balled out. Every time they threw that ball in him, it looked like he had a vertical about 40 inches the way he was jumping up in the air to tip them balls away. Yeah. So the young man played lights out across the board. Travis Hunter, blanket coverage over Cincinnati's number one receiver. I believe they only held the young man to one catch the whole game. One catch. And he was their main target as far as the wide receivers go. So outstanding performance by Preston Hodge, Travis Hunter. We don't even have to say all the great things that he did. But I got to give some props to my man, DJ McKinney, man. I got to give some props to my boy, DJ McKinney. Steadfast in his approach, sound in his tackling. And then on that 4th and 1 that Cincinnati went for, guess who was in there making that tackle? Just take a wild guess. DJ McKinney was in there making a tackle. So it just goes to the toughness of that cornerback room. Great group of athletes in that room. Outstanding performance. And salute to you, Preston Hodge, for having a bounce back game, young man.
Amen. Yeah, agree.
Well, I'm not going to even say he had a bounce back game for me because, in football, people are going to come at you. You got an offense and a defense. I don't care. I looked at NFL games and people talk about all these NFL players. They get beat every week. You're going to get beat. You're going to get beat. It takes a man to get up there after they've been beat and say, hey, let's do it again. You done hit me in my nose. You done knocked my tooth out. Let's do it again. It takes some crazy. Sometimes you got to be crazy. You're like, man, that girl crazy. Or that guy crazy. Man, he crazy. Yeah, you got to be a little crazy.
You said it like that girl.
You got to be a little crazy. You got to be a little crazy. I like me a little cray sometimes. But I said, whoa, a little cray. I said, whoa, baby, you a little cray.
Hey,
but I think you cute.
You know you're a little cray.
Yeah. But you cute though. You cute though, baby. I like a little cray. It get me a little excited. It get Ray a little excited, baby. It make it do what I do. But getting back to these DBs. Getting back to the DBs. I will say this here: competition. If my man Hodge don't do what he do, he gonna sit on that bench because you got some people behind him, baby. You got some people. You got some smoke when it comes to them DBs. And if your game steps down, that means you sit down. And that's what you have going on. That competition. It breeds that competitiveness. And to his credit, he ain't sitting down. That young man got aspirations of that next level. And while everybody else wanted to, you can't speak in his life what he can't do. He is showing you that he can play football, and he's doing it at a great level. But not only that, I tell folks, they got some boys that's on the third string when it pertains to CU that can play too. You just ain't seen them. Hodge and the other kids that they got down there, they got some kids. They got some kids that can do it. So with that being said, you got to give kudos to those young men because CU is different from Michigan, Alabama, and everybody else. Those boys are left on an island. Let's say again, they are playing man to man a lot of times. Yeah. And when you're playing man to man, that boy is left on an island with the best receiver in that game. And did he get beat? Absolutely got beat. But hey, I looked at plenty of games. They have two people back there and they're getting beat. So they have a difficult task to do. They're doing an outstanding job. And what I would tell them, keep working on your craft, keep your head down and your eyes up, and do what you need to do. Because if you don't, you get to sit down on that bench. You get to sit down on that bench.
All right, guys. We don't give the players and the coaches some credit. Let's look forward. Let's see the next 4 games, how they gonna look. Now, when I look at everything, I look at the Big 12. I think it's best for CU, first of all, to win out. I don't think they need to play in the Big 12 championship because they go in that Big 12 championship and lose, they're not gonna get invited to the playoff. But if they go 10-2, yeah, they'll be 9-3. There ain't no 9-3 team for the Big 12 going. So if this just my opinion now. Everybody got their own opinion. I respect y'all opinion. I think if they just win out, they'll make the playoff. I believe they'll make the playoff. Because it's going to be hard to keep Coach Prime with the name and the recognition that he got and the money that he's going to generate to hold him out that college football playoff. Now, pivoting back to the Big 12, BYU for real, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you now. They for real. They might squeak by and win 1 or 2. So have Colorado squeak by and win some. But BYU, them boys out there playing, and Addy got a good quarterback. He don't turn the ball over. He know when to run it. He know when to throw it. So I expect that. I don't think they're going to lose the game. Now, Iowa State and Kansas State, they got to play each other. So they're going to give one of them. They'll give Iowa State 1 loss if they haven't lost now before they play that game. And Kansas State, if they lose, that'll give them 2 losses in the Big 12. So what I'm looking at, like I say, it's best for Colorado to just win out. Don't play in the Big 12. If they're going to play in the Big 12, they need to win. Because that committee going to hold it against them if they lose it. Talk to me, J.R. and Steve.
Yeah, I look at it, very similar. I would say definitely everything is out in front of Colorado. You win out, put yourself in the best opportunity to get to that college football playoff. The thing with the committee, man, it's an imperfect system, right? You got a group of football personnel, football people sitting in a room, and who sways what vote, who sways what conversation and things like that. One thing can't be denied. Colorado Buffaloes, they prime time. So they bring in the ratings. They're bringing the money with them. That can't be denied. But when you start looking at the way they're going to rank people and things like that, Colorado need a lot of help. They need a lot of help in the conference. They need teams to lose out. I'm going to be the biggest supporter for Texas Tech this weekend that's playing Iowa State. I'm going to be a Texas Tech fan. Red Raiders, let's go. Let's get it done. And then I'll be the biggest supporter for Kansas State to be Iowa if Iowa get there undefeated at some point. So it's a lot of help that needs to be done, as well as in that AP top 15 kind of thing. Some of those SEC teams gonna push each other out. That may create another opportunity for a Big Ten team. So it's just help that's needed across the landscape of college football. But definitely a 10-2 Colorado team is a very sexy pick for the committee to put in for all reasons and more. But they're going to need some help. So they got to take care of business, win out, put yourself in a position to be in the college football playoff. But you're going to need a little help.
Well, they got all the help they need. They got all the help they need. Because if you look at it, when we watch this movie on Prime, when it comes out, it's already beautiful already. It's already a beautiful thing. But it's going to be magical. And it's going to be magical because of this one here. Check this out. Colorado need to do this. Al Davis tell people all the time, just win, baby. And everything else takes care of itself. You don't need to worry about all that other stuff, if this and if that. Don't worry. Take care. My mama used to tell me a long time ago, son, take care of your house. Don't worry about what's out in them streets. Take care of what's in-house first. Everything else takes care of itself. And that's Colorado. It's always take care of your business. And if you take care of your business, I tell people secrets. The secret is this: Notre Dame might lose another game, which they are. And that knocks Notre Dame out of there, which will open up another seat. Then you'll come with Boise State and the rest of those teams that could be undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Or have one loss come to two losses. Those teams are going to lose again. Not only that, you got the SEC destroying each other. Then you got the Big Ten when it comes on there. Those teams are destroying each other, going to have some terrible losses. I ain't even counting. We talking about BYU. BYU ain't going undefeated. The last two games BYU had, they should have both lost. Oklahoma State, I got up at 11:30 at night. I'm watching the game, and you up, and that boy catches that touchdown. The boy don't make a tackle on the 7-yard line. He walks in the thing with 7 seconds to go. You make tackles, the game's over. So with that being said, then they come back the next week, the team have them on the rope. So all that being said, it's hard for 18 to 22-year-old kids to get up every week to win games. Just like Iowa State. Iowa State gonna lose a game. They're not going undefeated. And if they do, kudos to them. But I'm here to tell you, it's hard to win games. Just when you think, oh man, this team, Baylor came and spanked somebody's tail. You like, oh, didn't see that coming. UCF had Iowa State on the ropes. You know, whoever the team they had them on the ropes and they let them go. So all I'm saying is this one here. You have to play the game. And if Colorado is looking at that, play the game. Handle your business. And when you handle your business and you're 10-2, whether you go to the Big 12 or not, things work out the way they're supposed to work out. And you go from there. And what happens then, a 10-2 Colorado, I'm telling you right now, more money. When you're bringing that kind of money to the playoffs, it's funny how those guys in those offices, you know, when they backed up backstage, they looking at them. Hey, they look $100 bill, $100. Oh, Coach Prime, Kim Colorado. How did they move up? Well, what happened on this one? Because this team had this one here, we had to move Colorado up because they were playing the best ball. They were on a 6-game winning streak, and it's something different about it. That Travis, and that Shedeur, it's something about him. It's different up there in Colorado, the air. It must be some of that stuff they're smoking. It got to be. We need some of that. So you're going to see that, and what we need to do, chill out, relax, take a deep breath, and let Colorado and Coach Prime do what they do. Let's take care of our business.
All right, they next game, we got to buy. I hate that. When they go on the back, I don't know what they're gonna be doing. Hope they don't do what they last. I hope Coach Prime don't give them no whole week off. I think somebody told me last night. He said he only gonna give them 2 days off. But 2 days, okay. All right. So they get ready to play Texas Tech. Now I haven't checked out Texas Tech. Maybe y'all know something about it. So when they go into that game, what do y'all expect against Texas Tech?
Look, I done checked out Texas Tech, looked at 2 games of them. They're a mirror image of Cincinnati. I mean, same color, same scheme, same everything. Mirror image. Texas Tech and Cincinnati are the same teams. So Colorado should be able to handily exert their dominance over Texas Tech. Now, what I will say, I've been to Lubbock at a night game, and they got some stuff going on in Lubbock. I'm telling you, it's like the atmosphere. It's not Nebraska atmosphere, but they got an atmosphere because all they got is football there. There ain't nothing else in Lubbock but football. And they got a good medical program. That's what I went up there for, the medical training. But they the same team, man. So last game I watched, Texas Tech starting quarterback got hurt. Don't know if he's gonna come and play by the time Colorado comes off of the bye week. And they put a true freshman quarterback in there, but he didn't miss. He went in there and took care of business as well. It went down to a tight game, and TCU pulled it out at the last minute. But I can tell you this about Texas Tech: they don't play no defense. They don't play no defense. They give up points in bunches, a lot of points. So Colorado should be able to move the ball up and down the field a little bit. And that defense travels. And so Colorado defense is going to travel, and that's going to be the difference in the game. CU's defense, because Texas Tech not stopping. They not going to stop that sneeze you just had, BWatts. I'm telling you. They ain't going to stop nothing, man. They ain't stopping nothing.
I couldn't even stop. I tried. Go ahead, Steve.
This is what I see. I see Texas Tech coming off a hard game, which is going to be Iowa State. For the previous game, they're going to be beat up because Iowa State is a pretty physical team. So they're going to be beat up after that game. They lost their starting quarterback. What you also have is this one here for CU is this. That Nebraska game was perfect for CU. It was perfect because it provided them an environment that was toxic, where you had radical fans. They were in the cornfield. They threw some stuff at them. CU didn't know what happened with that. They're like, whoa. They got corn over there. Yeah. So when you're in that kind of environment and you see that 90-some thousand people, it was beautiful. It let them know Lubbock ain't gonna have that. So even if they come with all that foolishness, we've already seen it. And we're not going to get slapped in the face again like we did last time. So you're going to come with a team that's going to should be beat up, a defense that loves giving you points. But the key is this one here. This is where 2 should go down there, meticulously go down the field and control the game, in which we don't have to hit people with big bombs and stuff, because you don't want to shoot out with them. And the reason I say you don't want to shoot out is this here. You're going to have a young quarterback that he's going to give you opportunity. He's going to throw interceptions because you're going to put pressure on him. But go down there and do what professionals do. We're going to go down there. We're going to be meticulous. We're going to control the clock, and we're going to beat the brakes off you, and we're going to let our defense hunt. And when you do that, it should be a route, and then you go to your next game and go from there. So that's what I see pertaining to this game. But it all goes on this one here. I know 100% the defense is going to do their job when it comes to Texas Tech. Offense, I need to see. Quit trying to hit them big plays, because Texas Tech will give. Let's be meticulous. Let's go down and nickel them down the field, tire them out, make them tap out. Going through Seton, we need to be running through Seton side, make them tap out, and get this game over with the professional way. What Ken Norton Jr. used to do, what Marvin Hagler used to do. They went to the body first to make you say, ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that really hurts. And then by the time they hit you to the body 4 or 5 times, you like, man, you looking for them to hit you in the jaw because you going to a knee. Fight over. So that's what we need to do.
All right, all right. Go ahead, JR. You went boxing on your JR. You
Oh,
slipping, JR. You slipping, JR. I'm telling you, Steve be on it. So when you look at Jordan Seaton, the way he played, and you look at Benson on that offensive line, and you look at the way the running back I8 ran the football, how did the running game look to y'all just past that?
it looked aggressive for the first time this year. It looked aggressive. That's the word I'm gonna use. Looked aggressive. Look, one play that stood out to me. They were down there at the goal line area. Seaton put that hand up there. That hand. He letting them know, dog. Hey, big dog, it's coming your way. I'm letting you know this right now. It's coming your way. Man, that boy pulled off that line. Boom, boom. It was a wrap. IA walked up in that thing. So that's what I like to see. That aggression, right? We at that point now. We 8 games into the season, and that's what I say. They're hitting their stride at the right time. Looks like we settled on a starting running back right now. IA toting the ball. He's running aggressive, head down. The linemen are pushing the pile. I ain't never seen that from Colorado. Never seen that from Colorado since Coach Prime been there. Pushing the pile. They pushing the pile down the field. Young man running hard and hitting that stride at the right time. I'm telling you right now, Uncle Stephen BWatts, they going to get down there to Lubbock. I ain't going to run for 115 yards. Solo.
All
Not
right.
collectively. He going to do that solo.
Solo. Okay. All right.
Solo.
Talk to me, Steve.
Well, I would tell you this one there. Congrats to Phil Lodeho. He has done a spectacular job because let's go with development. Let's go with development. A freshman All-American at left tackle. And he's getting better and better as the game go by. So we have that number one. Let's go with he got the attention of Mayers and Benson, where they were sitting there and they were like, oh, I'm a starter. No, if you ain't producing like you supposed to, and that a lot of that's due to injury because on Benson and Mayers, they were injured. But the thing is this one, Lode Holt got everybody's attention to let them know he built this team up and he built them up to get them to understand we're one, we're a fist, we're not fingers, we're a fist when we ball it up. So now you got a physical. I saw Corleone, they call him old Corleone. Corleone looked like Fido. When Fredo or Fido, when it comes to the guy, they hit him so hard, he laying out, man, pimp down, pimp down. I said, man, come on, man, get that big dude off the ground. He laid up there. I thought they shot him with an AK-47. I said, man, they just shot the man down, pimp in distress. But with that being said, it's this here. They believe now. They're physical. They're nasty. They got a little dirt under their fingers. You know, I don't like them dudes. Ain't no knock. I don't want to see you painting your nails and your toes. I want to see dirt under your nails. I want to see a little snot in your nose. I want you to look like Roscoe a little bit on Martin Law. Little snot coming down your nose. I want you blowing snot bubbles. I want you hitting somebody. I don't want no pretty boys. You don't have to. I don't want pretty when it comes to my offensive line. I want big, nasty, greasy jokers up there want to knock your head loose, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. Hey.
He said, not the nails, man. Not the nails, man.
Oh boy. I don't know who crazy, him or Craig, but I tell you. But hey, I appreciate them though. But hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. That's the show for tonight. I got a couple things I got to get done for tomorrow. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Everybody, we thank you for participating in the chat. And if you hit the like button, we appreciate it. And the ones who are going to watch the replay later on. So we thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I'm grateful. Wouldn't be a show without y'all. Always much love to Steve Woodland and JR for being a part and helping me do what I do. I appreciate them. They just don't know how much I appreciate it. So we're going to go around the horn, starting with JR. We'll get ready to end this thing.
Look, I only got one thing to say. We going bowling, baby. We going bowling. I ain't hard to find. Shout out to Coach Prime. on my prime aviators on. Look, I've been had this cowboy hat because I'm a Texan. I'm a true Texan. So, you know, FAA, Future Farmer of America. I grew up in all of that stuff.
Okay,
So,
yeah, I did too, but yeah.
But yeah, we going bowling. That's all I got. We going bowling, baby. We going bowling. So do I need to get my tickets to the Big 12 championship game? That's all I'm waiting on now because I'll be down there in Dallas, Texas if CU is there. I'll let you know that right now. That's it.
Well, I'm gonna say this here, BWatts, again. Happy birthday to you. I know what's getting ready to happen right now. You're looking to your right there. Somebody must have a birthday suit on because you getting off of here.
Lord.
Really, that's what's going on. Somebody got a birthday suit and they coming over here talking about come get your taste like candy. But that's another thing. That's an adult stuff right here. So BWatts, enjoy yourself with your queen over there, young fella. Get your birthday suit, get your birthday cake, get your desserts, get all of it. But with that being said, thank everybody out there in podcast land. It wouldn't be nothing. It wouldn't be a show without you. We appreciate you. You make this thing fun. Thank you for letting us come out here and just have fun because I like having fun. If you don't like having fun, go somewhere else because I don't want to hear. I like having a good time. So BWatts, it's your show. JR, it's always a pleasure. And thank that queen right there. She did a wonderful job right there. So as always, it's your day. Enjoy it, sir, and we appreciate you.
Happy birthday, BWatts.
Happy birthday, BWatts, and enjoy the birthday suit.
What? Hey, let me get this joke out here, man. Hey, my dogs don't watch this show every time.
How you think she got here?
Hey guys, look at him. We gotta end before we end it, man. We always end it, man. I got so many messages about that financial thing. Y'all talk to the folk about what's the importance of being financially stable in their life.
Look, I can't say it enough. Have a plan. Have a plan with what you want to do with your finances. That's the most important thing. Have a plan. Money comes, money goes. You need to have a plan with what you want to do with your money to help that money grow and work for you. That's what I got.
Not only do you have a plan, you need to execute your plan. And people always tell me, oh, I ain't making that much money. It don't take them but a little money. It's called compound interest, especially what these young people got that I don't have. When you do it when you're 17, 18, and you save money for 20 years, and then you had a compound interest, if you did $300 do your math. You do $300 a month, and you do that for 20 years, and then you can stop saving it right there. And if you have a compound interest of 10%, that'll end up to be $1.5 million by the time you get to 65. So it ain't the amount of money you put in there, it's the fact the time and using compound interest to go with that. So educate yourself, people. Educate yourself. Game plans are good, but you better execute it because everybody tell me, oh man, I'm gonna do it. And quit worrying about other stuff. You need to put yourself where, quit always saying I'm working for people. Start having people work for you. Work for yourself. That's my best advice. Get yourself a skill set in which you can make money on top of whatever else you're doing. Because right now, one income just don't do it most of the time. You need to have, when I make money when I'm asleep. When you start making money when you sleep, then you're going to do something. Because it's more money, more money, more money. And you don't want to be in that no money because then that boo going to be like, it's time to boo you. Boo out of here. So that's my advice to you.
Steve, good. Look, Steve, to some people out there tuning in, what are some things that they can invest in who might just be working a 9 to 5 right now to help them start their financial education?
If you want it to be, if it was me right now starting out and I'm a young person like that, I'm looking at simple things. Quit trying to go out there and be like, oh man, I'm gonna go at things that been here for hundreds of years. Coca-Cola. You can do Apple. You can do Yahoo. You can do Amazon. You can also look at things where I tell people this one here, when it pertains to the military, steel, those type of things you want to invest with because you already know those things you're going to need. Steel is never going out because you're going to always have the military. They're going to always have wars. They're going to always have things like that, which they need to do. They're going to be building new bridges and stuff like that they got to do. Coca-Cola make money all the time. What you also want to do is this one here. You need to stop spending. People doing all this time about making, sometimes you got to stop spending. And when I told people a long time ago, get a budget, not a budget, go 1 month and write down everything you spend, put it down on a piece of paper, then come back after those 30 days, add that stuff up and look at that money and look like, oh man, I'm spending a lot of money eating out. Now I need to start making me ham and cheese sandwiches so that I don't do that. I need to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. People laughing in the podcast, but I work with a guy who was a lawyer for the federal government. And all he brought to work was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and apples and oranges and stuff like that. And this man here is a multi-millionaire. He didn't spend money frivolously. I'm talking about a multi-millionaire. It's a mentality. Money is a mentality. And that's all I can tell folks. Do those type of things. And also, I'll just hit this one here. If I'm looking at it, get out of that school stuff of getting that debt. If you know school ain't for you, get a trade.
Yeah.
When you come out, no debt, and you have a trade in which you're making big time money. You're going to school for business, or you're going to school for basket weaving, and you get out or literally whatever you want to get, and you don't use it, you wasted $200,000 that you got to pay the next 30. So be smart. Those are the things I would give to people.
Right, you're right. Yeah, you need to get a trade. Everybody need a trade, man. Something you can do. Yeah, you can do that. All right, guys. Gotta get out of here. Appreciate you. Till next time, y'all be blessed, bro. All right, Steve. Might come back Friday with y'all. I don't know if y'all come, but I'll send it. All right. Y'all be easy.